Hello, everyone. I believe everyone is doing great and awesome. Welcome to the Datta Dialogues. So, with this, I have Travis with me as promised in the first part. And today, we are going to see very exciting things building in front of you. And we'll be also navigating through different aspects of the differences between the different AI features which is available in ServiceNow. So, Travis, thank you so much joining me again. How are you feeling?
Yeah. I'm feeling great. This is really exciting. Thank you so much for having me back.
Thank you, Travis. And as I told in the previous episode, I cannot keep thanking you for sparing your time and spending with me, the most talkative guy. Uh, oh, all right. So we'll start with understanding what exactly is Build AI. And before we dive into that section, let's try to understand the differences between creating an app using Now Assist and Build AI. And what is the most important factor of introduction of ServiceNow IDE in this?
Yeah, one thing, my personal take at this point is live, breathe, build agent when
Oh,
choosing between the two for starting an app. Um, right now, build agent is exclusive to the IDE environment. Um, but I would not expect it to stay there for long.
oh,
I
that's
would not
exciting.
expect it to stay only there for long. Of course, like ServiceNow Studio, Creator Studio, all of these are becoming more connected
Yep.
environments, and you can kind of see that in the drop down now. So Build Agent is only going to build up more steam as it goes, and we're going to be expanding the capabilities, safe harbor and all of that.
Yeah.
Uh, but Build Agent is really the place where you want to start getting more experience in writing those prompts. Now, right now, of course, it does live in IDE, so that is going to be using our Fluent APIs,
Yeah.
which is really like for me as a pro code dev, like I love the Fluent APIs. I love being able to see all of this metadata in a code format, import statements, being able to leverage the file navigator. Like it's a more comfortable environment for me in a lot of ways. And it also, fortunately, makes it a lot easier for us to do the code generation side of things
Yes.
because it's all TypeScript instead of a proprietary XML format.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is kind of my approach to things right now is I try to live the build agent life as much as possible.
Awesome. So, is it right to say that now Assist is more of like low code, no code, and Build AI is towards more pro code?
That that is kind of the differentiation at the moment.
Okay.
Now, to that end, there is still like the Now Assist code generation side of things. So,
Yep.
like
Hmm.
after you have, scaffolded something up with Build Agent or scaffolded with Now Assist, then you can turn around and dive in to make more surgical edits on the code. And for that, you can use the Now Assist code generation to help you with that or with commenting.
Yeah.
There are a number of different, I guess you could say, overlapping technologies at the moment between Now Assist Panel, Build Agent, and then some of the more embedded Now Assist contextual menus and such. So
Hmm.
there are there are many different approaches within the system that will help you get similar goals, achieve similar goals.
Yeah. Yeah. And the most exciting part about the whole build with challenge with build AI agent is it's free of charge. So and it's available in all the PDIs. So you can go rush and try using it. It's in trial pack, but yes, uh, to take a notion of using it and checking the capabilities, I will advise every one of us, whoever is into pro coding or whoever is interested in using the AI for free of charge, ServiceNow is giving you this opportunity right now. So please go ahead and check it out. That's the best thing I'll say. And you spoke about Fluent. So that's
Mhm.
a amazing thing which has been created by ServiceNow. And actually, I have posted one of a post in LinkedIn as well, showing the differences between what is XML and what is Fluent does. But if I want to ask you the same question, how different is Fluent than actually working in update sets using XMLs?
Yeah, so I think the key difference is that with the XML metadata, it's not really designed for you to touch the metadata directly.
Hmm.
Like the XML exists behind the scenes, but you don't really want to go into an update set and edit it manually.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
you want to do the development and let the system capture the XML.
Yeah.
With Fluent, the ServiceNow platform and you are both operating off the same sheet of music on the metadata. You're
Yeah.
operating off of that TypeScript, JavaScript format for the metadata. And that's really, really powerful for pro coders because, we can live in that environment now. We don't have to jump
Yeah.
to a form view to edit things anymore.
Yeah.
But it's also powerful for the low coders because that metadata, that source code is in sync with the low code environment. So you can pass back and forth between those pretty seamlessly.
Yeah. And the best thing about Fluent, what I've seen and I've practiced is, uh, XMLs, sometimes it's very hazy when you're reading through the code. But when you're reading Fluent, as the name suggests, it's very fluent. It's
Yes.
seamless. So you are actually writing something in your language, and the system is able to understand that language. You speak the same language, you write the same language, the system understands the same language. That's what Fluent for me in a layman language. Uh,
Yes. And it really changes how you can approach source code with ServiceNow as well.
mhm.
Because in the past, when you linked an application repository to source code, it was an XML collection.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm.
doing diffs, figuring out what changed when you're looking at giant XML files is a little tedious and challenging. It's not a great environment for it. But
Yeah.
with Fluent, now TypeScript, JavaScript is your metadata, and the diffs on JavaScript and TypeScript are really surgical. Those are really good.
Yes.
And so your source code is now your metadata, is now what you're editing in browser as well. And so it's a
Yeah.
much more unified experience across.
Yeah. That's really amazing using Fluent. I want to see more stuff on Fluent because when I searched or researched about Fluent, I have limited information about the documentation. I think ServiceNow is working towards getting more information in terms of that, that even I will be eyeing for, so that I will get a nudge of it and practice it as well. Uh, but yes, Fluent is the way forward for sure. Now, with this, we'll move on to understand what exactly is Build Agent, and we'll also walk through the demo as well. And thank you again, because you will be helping me navigating through the demo. And I have also created one of the video in my channel, the very first video. It's about the Build AI agent itself, but I want to learn from the pro in the data dialogues. Uh,
Oh,
all
excuse
right.
me.
Yeah, if you want to have some water. I know I'm asking a lot of questions, and
No
yeah,
worries.
people are very excited as well because this is the need of the hour, what I feel. And there are few questions which are people are still trying to find the answers for in terms of Build AI Agent 2. So let's try to understand from you what exactly is Build AI Agent, and what's the important aspect when you compare with any other tools or features.
Yeah, so Build Agent essentially allows you to describe an application in natural language and have the AI agent build the metadata for that application, building tables, building business rules, building the different scripts that are needed. As I recently discovered, you can also have it build service portal widgets, which
Mm,
the official support for that is coming later,
yes.
according to our product teams, but
Yeah.
we discovered that you can actually have it do it now, um, which is really cool. So, but yeah, so basically, Build Agent allows you to interact, it allows you to develop in natural language instead. You can describe what you want and let the agent make the edits for you. And so that is essentially what the Build Agent is for and what it does.
Yeah. So just to top on to that, I'll share my experience as well. Well, when I was actually creating my app using Build AI Agent, what happened was the initial prompt which I gave, it actually created the whole structure along with the tables, even the sample data. I don't need to go ahead and create the sample data. It actually created some for me that actually helped me. But eventually, I realized that the prompt didn't had the instruction to create the UI pages as well and the dashboard. And I saw a couple of people, they are already creating the UI pages and all of those stuff. Then I realized, why don't my app have a UI page? So then I created a new prompt. I fed it into the Build AI agent. And then what happened was it actually created a few things for me, a complete UI page along with all the icons and stuff, which I have never fed into the system. It actually created of its own. uh, that was something to watch for. And the beauty of this thing is it actually, run its own diagnostics. It asks for approvals. So it is like your assistant who is helping you. uh, Actually, I'm not paying him anything for that.
Yeah, it is really really outstanding everything that it is capable of.
Yep.
The UI part is actually React based. And so one of the cool things with Fluent is that you can pull NPM repositories into your project, which gives you access to a whole other world of JavaScript and TypeScript that used to be more challenging to pull into the platform. And so basically, it is creating a UI page powered by React, and then it's building a
Yeah.
React app under the hood
Wow.
that is rendering that UI. It's wild.
Yeah, I think we have been talking here, and we want to see some beautiful things coming up in this video itself. So I'll need your help for that, Travis. If you can help me with a small demo around what are the different features which we have as part of Build AI Agent and how it actually, build, deploy, ask for approvals, and run its own diagnostics to fix these issues as well.
Absolutely. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So, as we've discussed, right now, Build Agent operates within the ServiceNow IDE. So, and you can launch that pretty easily from your filter navigator under app development. You just hit ServiceNow IDE. As soon as it opens, you're going to be greeted with the Welcome to Build Agent over here on the side. And this is the interface that you will use in order to interact with Build Agent and have conversations. Now, you'll notice that I can't do anything just yet, and that's because we have to start by creating a workspace. Now, Sandeep, you and I had discussed doing a cricket matchmaking
Yes.
app.
We Indians love cricket, and so I was thinking if we can build something in terms of that regards, where uh, people want to participate or they want to play a game, and they don't. Let's say they don't have a team as such, like me. Let's imagine me. I want to play a match this weekend, and I am not part of any team, but I want to play a game. So I want to see some of the teams who are available and they're looking for a teammate to join the team to play a game. So if we can have that thing being built, it will be awesome for all the audiences here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, um, I have created our workspace, our Cricut matchmaking workspace, and you'll see that I can now interact with the build agent.
Oh,
Now, there's two um, big umbrella approaches that I have seen to approaching the build agent prompt. One is being very explicit about what you want, basically
oh,
saying, I need a table for this, I need a table for this, and essentially acting as an architect.
yeah.
From what I have seen, that is often the safer bet. Like if you have a really good idea of what you want for your production application, that is probably the approach you want to take. I like a little bit of chaos. And so I take an approach that's probably better for prototyping, better for
Hmm.
experimenting with an idea.
Yep.
And so that is taking more of a story approach to what you want, being a little less prescriptive about the how. So, uh, build an app that is designed to help people connect with cricket teams that need people on their team. Teams should have the ability to, oops. Now, I technically don't think I had to correct that
Yeah.
misspelling because
Yeah.
it
It
usually
autocorrects.
it does. It usually figures it out pretty well. Teams should have the ability to post um, that they need
Need
someone
their team.
on their team, and people looking for a team should have the ability to search for postings near them. Um, Postings should contain. What do we want the posting? Uh,
Posting
what
should
the
contain the name of the
position,
team.
name of the team,
Yeah, and type of the player, whether it's he or she is a batsman, bowler, or all rounder.
rounder.
All rounder.
Okay. Should contain the name of the team and probably a location too.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Uh, yes.
Create a UI for the people that are searching for a team. So we'll create like a
Yep. Mhm.
and create rules and logic that help auto matchmake or auto match
Mhm.
people to postings that might be relevant to them.
Yep.
So I think we'll run with this one.
Yes. Let's
You'll
hit it.
notice that I haven't described tables specifically. Like I haven't
Yeah.
spoken anything about specific metadata. If I were to approach this a little bit differently, I could specify table and then like a bulleted list of here's the tables I want, here's the fields that I want, and the accuracy of the build agent building exactly what I want would be a lot higher than what I'm
Mm.
doing, which is more prototype friendly. All right, so now it is asking me to approve. Let me start by creating a new application and then working through the requirements. So I'm going to click approve, and you'll notice that it has started on the output over here. You'll notice that it's going to start installing a bunch of plugins, a bunch of NPM repositories, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's building out, it's figuring out what it needs, and I over here on the right-hand panel, I will get different updates as it's going through the process. So create Cricut Team connector.
And the best thing was human is always in the loop. So it
Hmm.
asks for permission. So if you do not give the permission, it will not go. That's the best thing.
Yeah, it really is a collaborative experience with the
Yeah,
build agent. The build agent is is part of your team. It's something for you
yeah,
to collaborate with. It doesn't replace the need for the person. It's definitely human in the loop.
yeah. And this teammate of mine, he is very intelligent. Writes
Yeah,
code
so
in
we've
seconds.
so it has decided that it needs to create a team postings table, a user profiles table for players to specify their preferences, team player connections table, a UI page, and business rules for auto matching logic. Okay, and so you'll see, I'm going to close our, if we open up the team posting, and I'll kind of collapse this down a bit. You'll see the Fluent APIs and the TypeScript going on. You see those import statements where it's
Yeah,
pulling different libraries in. So, we've got different metadata types that we support: table, string column, reference column. And all of this helps describe the metadata of the table in a TypeScript format. So our Cricut team posting table is an export. That export is of the type table. And that table has a series of fields: name, label, or excuse me, the name is the name of the table, the label is the label of the table, and then it has a schema which has your fields.
yeah.
So team name is a string, player type is a string, location is a string, description is a string. I'm not super thrilled with some of that.
So I saw the different choices been given as part of player type needed. There are choices as well they have created as the prompt which we gave initially. That's batsman,
Yep,
bowler, rounder, wicket keeper. Okay. So we didn't
yep.
give wicket keeper. Let's see that.
So let's see where the oops. Let's scroll down to where our all right, running diagnostics. Let me create the first business rule.
Hmm.
So it then created the auto match business rule, which you can see the script here, auto match players, is actually a
Yeah,
function that's being imported. So I can actually right click, go to definition, and here's our business rule that it's created.
that's so amazing. Oh, and actually
I'm
on the left hand
curious.
side, we have everything there as per the skeleton structure of this particular application. We have the business rules being created, we have the tables being listed there, and the UI
Hmm.
page is the actual outcome which we are looking for. That will be created eventually.
Yep. So here it is creating the UI page.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And there's our index.html and the main JSX. And you can see React being imported in. So it's
Oh,
creating a React app, which is really cool because that means that it's
yes.
able to pull from a lot more source code repositories in the large language model. Like there's a lot more examples out in the wild that can help influence how that app will be built. Um, Now it's creating the main app, and then it's creating the service layer components, and it's still kicking. It is still thinking.
Yeah. If you let's consider when it's building, let me dive into a different genre. So let's imagine the guy who just got into ServiceNow, and we have time traveled back in 2000, maybe 17, 18. This looks magic to me if I was there and I see this.
Yeah, this is
Who would have
this is
thought
the
this is going to happen?
when I first started, like most of the places where you would put the condition, like where we have like the filters for tables and
Oh,
such,
yeah. Mhm.
back in the day, you actually had to write encoded queries in a lot of the fields that supported it. Like a lot of the fields didn't have that friendly UI condition builder. And there was no autocomplete on those encoded queries
Yeah.
either. Like it was like editing a text file. So to be here today is like night and day.
It's just amazing. So now it's building. So the best part of
Like
it is it actually gives you all the different instructions and the descriptions, what exactly it's currently performing and what it has done so far. Now, again, it's asking for an approval.
so now it is asking to deploy it. And so basically, because this is an IDE Fluent app, this metadata layer has to be built into the application. Like this
Yeah.
has to be composed up into the actual metadata files. So we're going to approve, and that's going to execute the build process and get that application deployed. And so in our distribution, you can see those XMLs being generated.
Oh, yeah. There you go, dictionary.
Hmm. And so that's kind of how the translation layer for some of this stuff works.
Yeah.
And you
And
can see
how
those record
fluent,
updates.
sorry, how fluent kicks in here. So I've seen fluent has been written on the left-hand corner, and we have fluent files being created just above the
Mhm.
business rules. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so these are all the files that are being automatically generated. Of course, you've also got your React components up here under the client folder. Um, Now, one thing I'll point out is that because this is source code, you can actually move these files to where you want them. Like if you wanted to change the file structure,
Hmm.
you can do that as long as you update uh, any of the relevant import and export statements that you have tied to it. And the
Hmm.
reason you can do that is because of the build process. Um, the build process is going to generate all of the necessary changes that have to happen. So the file structure has a little bit more flexibility in terms of how you can actually lay that out.
Mm, right.
Now, at this point, we do have an application that has been
Oh.
built. Team posting, player profile, smart auto matching, interactive search feature. And now for the moment of truth.
Few moments later.
Now it's interesting because sometimes Build Agent will make some interesting choices in the UI page
Yep.
that causes it to not work properly. And let's see if we're experiencing one of those now. 400 bad request. So let's reload the page real quick and see if we can. Who am I? So you can see that it's doing a call to who am I?
Hmm. Got it.
And I'm not 100% sure what that is related to, but one thing that I have found that's been very successful is instructing it, and I forgot to do this in the original prompt, but instructing it to create a scripted REST API to interact between the client and server. Create a scripted REST API for the UI to communicate with the server and update the UI accordingly. And so this is one of the cool parts about Build Agent is that once you throw that initial build out there, you can still continue to use Build
Yeah.
Agent to edit, to make changes. Um, And I'm going to let this process finish, but if we have time, I can show how to do the service portal trick that will allow you to, one, it'll show sharing this Fluent app with ServiceNow Studio and the low code side of things and how the process can work in between those. But it will also show how to create this as a service portal widget instead using Build Agent as it exists today without the changes that allow you to just kind of right now you can't
Yeah.
tell it create a service portal widget. There's a couple extra steps you have to do. So if we
Mm.
got time, we can touch on that.
Yeah, because one of this most interesting question came as well to whether we can create the whole portal itself or not. Not just the widget, but the whole portal, which is again collection of widgets and stuff like that. We can do it. However, I think that's also there in ServiceNow roadmap because I was watching a video of Earl, and there was a product manager also who was part of that very video.
Mm-hmm.
And while sharing the roadmap itself, they have shown what's there at present and what they are eyeing for. And I think Service Portal someday, not someday, it's coming very soon. ServiceNow is very fast, so I know it will be coming and knocking at the door any minute. So that
It
will be very interesting to see how ServiceNow is going to develop the service portal or employee center for that reason, and using Build AI agent. Because if we are able to build the widgets, of course, we can do the whole portal as well.
yep. Yep, and the service portal stuff is definitely on the roadmap, as is a bunch of other things. One of the things, so while we're waiting on this to build, one of the reasons that you can do the service portal trick that I'm hoping to show you guys, one of the reasons you can do that today is because essentially there are the things that Fluent supports,
Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
and Fluent does support service portal. And then there's the things that Build Agent supports. And Build Agent is actually able to support editing existing Fluent files. And but it is not able to build service portal widgets from scratch. But because Fluent supports Service Portal, you can actually kind of trick Build Agent somewhat into building a Service Portal widget by creating the widget record and then telling Build Agent to edit that record. And so I suspect that there are other things that Build Agent doesn't have the ability to uh, create from scratch,
Yeah,
but
we can trick.
you can kind of trick it into doing it by scaffolding it manually and then telling Build Agent, hey, go edit this file. Because you'll notice right now I have the auto matching file selected. And in the context of my chat is the auto matching JS. So if I
Yeah.
switch that up, it switches the file that's being used in the context for the conversation. And so using that, I can basically point it to a particular file and say, hey, go edit this one to do XYZ.
And
Okay,
when we
running
say tricking,
diagnostics.
when you say tricking, build AI agent to do a certain stuff, that proves that humans are still the intelligent bots than the
Yes.
machines.
We're still the smarter ones.
Yeah. Right.
Getting
It's
close.
building it
It's
now.
it's it's building. Okay, deploy. We'll go ahead and approve that, and hopefully we get a little bit more UI out of it
Yeah.
this time.
So I with this remember my engineering days. So so there was a practical examination which was happening, and I was supposed to get an output. I was not getting. So I still remember it was C++ back in those days when I was studying, and the output I was not getting, and I was sitting like this, finger crossed, please give me that output, give me that output. So for Build AI Agent, what I've seen is people are actually waiting for the UI to come in. That's the output which we are receiving, or we are expecting for Build AI Agent to give us. So if that comes out, it is like success. Yay.
Let's see. Did it? It flashed there for a brief second and then went away.
Uh,
Postings.map is not a function. Okay, so yeah, and I'll be honest, I have had a number of issues that I've run into with
mhm.
doing the React-based approach. Other people have had a lot more success than me at it, and it may be because of the approach that I use with
Yeah.
my
Hmm.
prompts.
Yeah.
So with that, let's switch up real quick because now that we have built and deployed, we can switch over to ServiceNow Studio.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it. It is not confusing anymore. So I get this kind of questions from the respective developers in the community that we have Service Studio, we have Creator Studio, we have App Engine Studio, we have ServiceNow IDE. So where should I go and develop? So
So
there's answers.
yeah, so basically with the little selector that we have now, it kind of helps clarify it a little bit and communicates it a little bit better. But Creator Studio is going to be for your no-code applications. That's for your business folks that are trying to spin something up quickly. ServiceNow Studio is going to be really that's your great middle ground. I would say that the vast majority of folks on the platform should probably operate within ServiceNow Studio. This is the low code environment that is going to be most familiar to us.
Yep.
Then the ServiceNow IDE, that is for your more pro code folks. That's pro code inclined. That is your source code environment. And so really it depends on your developer persona on where you're going to go. But I would say that most folks are probably going to go to ServiceNow Studio,
Yeah.
or because Build Agent lives in IDE, you may start in IDE to scaffold and then switch to ServiceNow Studio for continuing development, which is kind of what I've done here. I'm actually going to switch back as well because pro code life. Uh, but you can see that I've opened the Cricut Team app, and I'm going to create a new file, and we will select the Cricut Team one in there, and I'm going to create a widget, a service portal widget.
Yeah. This is interesting.
This was something that we stumbled on the last live coding afternoon tea that I did,
Oh.
and I wasn't sure if it would work. Uh, we'll call this Cricut matchmaking widget, and all I'm going to do is hit submit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put anything in it. And now that I have that, the other thing that I want to create is the portal. So we'll do
Same
Cricut
scope.
team, and we want the SP page, same scope. And we'll name this one Cricut Matchmaking 2.
Okay.
And once I save this page, I can go to the designer. So we're having to do a little bit of portal manual work, but the end result of this is going to be having Build Agent actually do the work of building that widget.
That sounds interesting. And this is a trick which even I want to try it of my own. This is great. Oh,
It's it is so I gotta add a 12 spot on that one. Oops, I have to switch my app scope back
yeah.
here because I'm in the wrong one.
Yeah. There you go.
ServiceNow Studio has done such a great job of letting me develop
Indeed.
across scopes that
Mm.
when I go back to Service Portal Designer, which doesn't support it, the areas that don't support it, I constantly forget that I have to do the app scope. So
Yeah.
that's a kudos to our ServiceNow Studio team. Okay, so now I've added the Cricut matchmaking widget to the page. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to ServiceNow IDE,
Oh, okay. Now
and
we
I'm going
are
to
going to use
open,
AI.
and what I'm going to get is a little pop-up
Sync, if I remember.
asking me to sync.
Yeah.
It it did not pop up this time. Where did it go? Let's see. Did it already pull in? Um, let's see. There should be a sync notification that pops up,
Yeah.
and it did not. Let me do a quick refresh and maybe get it to pop up that way. Trying to remember because somewhere there's a. Let me ask Build Agent. I made some manual changes in ServiceNow Studio. Can you sync those files to Fluent? I have no idea if this is going to work. This is not a thing that I've tried.
So, again, with Datta Dialogues, we are trying this for the first time. Let's see what the result comes in.
I'll help you sync the changes you made.
Wait, I will complete it successfully. Okay.
So there should be like a generated.
Yeah,
Oh
there you
my
go.
gosh.
Oh, that worked.
Where's the.
Yay. Sync. We got the sync.
Let's see, generated cross-scope privileges. Is it going to sync the portal widget though? Um, for some reason, where's the cricket? Okay, we got portal stuff. We got the
Yeah.
widget.
Yeah, there you go. Bit matchmaking is already there.
Okay, so it is there. Where is it over here? There we go.
Can we
Okay,
search?
it popped
Yeah.
up that time. Sync anyway. That is interesting that it did actually do, like, Build Agent let me do a sync. That was pretty cool. It did not sync what everything I needed though. There we go. Now you see it popping up in the generator.
Yeah, there you go. Service portal, SP underscore instance, SP underscore page, row, widget, scope. Okay,
So
that's
now
it.
we can select this widget and you'll see server script, HTML. Okay, and you'll see that I have that widget selected down here. So now we can say um, there is a edit the currently selected service portal widget file to handle the UI for the person who is
Looking for a team.
searching for a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should be able to search, find, and select a team, as well as see the recommendations of the matchmaking. I don't know. Let's see how that works.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, because there is a server script,
Mhm.
it's probably not going to leverage the REST APIs we created before. It's more than likely going to write that into the server script. And
Okay.
part of the reason that this works is because under the hood, behind Build Agent, it is actually using Claude's LLMs. And Claude
Yeah.
su surprisingly has a lot of information in it about how to build service portal widgets. It has a lot of knowledge about AngularJS, And like Earl has even done things where he's taken an XML export of a service portal widget record, put it into Claude, and had Claude edit the XML
Oh,
directly and then import it back in. So Claude is surprisingly good at service portal.
so Build Agent is actually running on this LLM call. Uh, Actually, it is making the LLM call from Claude. It's written over there, Claude Force on it. Is that the thing?
Yeah, so the build agent has like a number of prompts and such. Basically, build agent is a combination of different technologies under the hood, but
Okay,
the end result is that the Claude LLM models is the underpinning model that all of the prompts that build agent generates get sent to.
okay.
And so now you can see it pretty much in real time here, building that service portal widget. You can see it initializing those C
Yeah.
dots, C dot search filters, C dot roll. Like, look at this. Like, it's generating everything needed in this widget. Like, that is,
God knows, this would have taken at least 2 to 3 hours of time to actually write this
yeah.
code.
And like, build agent has done the tables. It has done the business rules. It has,
Yeah,
and now it's doing the service portal. Like, this is this would have taken significantly longer to scaffold myself. I mean, just not even necessarily in terms of with if I knew exactly what I wanted to build, just going around and clicking things in the UI would have
yeah.
taken time. So this is crazy fast by comparison.
It is. And the LLM calls are also very, very fast. Generally, what happens is, take an example of creating or generating an image. To create the image using Gemini or Copilot or any other tools, it takes a bit of time. But it's actually writing thousands of lines of codes in no time. That's crazy. No, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was a mind-bending experience for me when I realized that what a lot of these LLMs are doing is just like it's writing a script and then executing it. Like I was like, that's nuts. Like when it's generating a document, and Claude is one of the main ones I use, and it has gotten a little more verbose in explaining what it's doing. And so when I see that little generating script and it's generating some Python script to create a document, I'm like, for some reason in my brain, I thought that like the LLM handled it all. I didn't quite realize that it was writing code to build the things. Like it's nuts. All right, so it looks like it has officially generated.
Yeah, actually, it's running diagnostics to fix some issues. CSS style.
Mm-hmm. Let me check what the correct CSS property is for service portal widgets. And so it's getting a knowledge source.
Uh, so this
And
is the
and
module.
this is one of the other interesting things about it is that like Build Agent is following a process that's not all that different from what we would follow as developers. Like
Yeah,
we encounter an issue and then we're like, oh, that's not how to do it. Let me go look something up and try to figure out how it's actually supposed to work. And that's really kind of the process that Build Agent is following as well. Our product managers have talked about during our community week streams, we're talking about feeding in system log information and stuff like that in the future so that like it'll be able to test and execute those tests, get errors out of it, and then respond to those errors and update the application basically without us needing to
yeah,
intervene and tell it that there's a problem.
yeah. Without even talking to it, it
Mm-hmm.
just does it.
Yeah. And like there will still be human in the loop even with that, but what
Yeah,
it will mean is that it will be able to iterate more quickly with less response so that when you get a response that you're looking at, it's more accurate, it's more valuable. Um, like imagine it being able to run a test runner where it goes to try to test the UI and it sees that it never leaves the loading screen and it's like, oh, well, that obviously didn't work. Let me go back and fix
Yeah.
it. Right now, we have to open it up, look at it, and be like, this is like if Build Agent, if you spent 2 seconds looking at this, you would know that this was wrong. Uh, so that's some of the stuff that they're working on to try and make that iterative process more effective.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. Looks like we got some new stuff. Okay, we hit the
True.
deploy stage.
It's deploying it now. Yep.
Okay, successfully completed. I think we're still waiting on something though, so I'm going to hold off before switching
S-
over. Actually, I
I
can
think
probably
it's
grab.
going to tell us what exactly it has done so far and the links if it has quitted. Yep. There is it.
Yep. Okay. So excuse me, it has made the updates necessary. So I'm going to go dev program resources slash SPID equals, oops, not plus,
Yeah.
cricket matchmaking. So we're going to hit that particular,
Yeah. It has
and
come
there we
up.
go. It
Yeah.
has come up.
Yay! When I see cricket, I go crazy. So this is a good for me.
Yeah,
And we learned
that's,
a new trick as well.
yeah, this is, wow.
Amazing.
That like
That's
I still haven't gotten used to having it generate a service portal widget and going to it and being like, wow, that's it. It did it. Like it still wows me when I see it.
but this is amazing. I really feel actually I'm in awe that we are seeing something which is kind of a magic still for me because I have not gone to that level to check how exactly these things are happening in the back end. So this is something very special to me. And thank you for sharing with us, Travis. And thank you for taking your time and sharing this valuable build AI agent for us. I know the future is very bright for all the developers using Build AI agent. I think everyone should utilize to the fullest. It's not about taking someone's job, but actually helping someone to
Mhm.
fasten your development timelines. This is what I feel. But yes, it is now become very easier for every one of us to do the coding if you are a pro coder, and this is for you. And thank you again for joining me in the dialogues part 2. Thank you for your time. Any last words from you, Travis?
Well, once again, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's been so great doing these 2 episodes with you. But yeah, definitely check out the build agent on your PDIs, and share what you're doing with the community. And obviously, there's still a lot for us to learn. We just made the discovery on Service Portal widgets, so as you're
Yeah.
discovering things, share that stuff out. This is a really exciting time to be a developer on the platform.
Yes. And thank you so much, Travis, again for your time. Have a great day and a good night for me. With that, bye bye. Thank you.
Thanks so much.